All
Go.
right, man.
We made it. Great
We're
job.
here.
You had me scared this morning, dude.
No, man. Don't panic. Just relax. We'll figure this out.
That's the same thing with the corona right now. Hey, we gotta relax, don't panic. We're gonna come back and play baseball soon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Appreciate you having me on, bro.
You got it, man. All right, world out there. We're pumped today to have Team Easton member, Abilene Christian University from Texas. Rick McCarty just wrapped up his second season as the head coach there. I want to give you guys a little rundown on who Rick is as a baseball guy. Pitched collegiately in JUCO for a couple years, before becoming a closer at Murray State D1 baseball. After playing, Rick grounded out as an assistant coach for a long time. During that span, the dude's been to 9 regionals, 2 College World Series. He's been on teams that have won over 618 games. Coaching since at Dallas Baptist, La Tech, Campbell, Southeast Missouri State, Delta State. Guys helped recruit a bunch of guys who've gone on to the major leagues. I think you really enjoy working with pitchers a lot.
Yes.
You've had just a heck of a career. Dude, been on a lot of winning teams. You know how to win, and you're bringing that into Abilene, Texas. I'm going to let you talk in a little bit about the facility and the program. I'm mind blown over what they've done out there. It's a great place to be. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, I appreciate it, BK. This will be fun. I love sharing a little bit about our program and where we are and where we plan on going. And I think your product's going to have a lot to do with that here over the next few years for sure.
Awesome. Okay, so in the first year with the Wildcats, you guys set the tone. I think you were 26-26 last year, and you won 22 games at home, so absolutely dominant at the crutch. Tell everybody a little bit about your coaching style, what you're trying to do with the culture at Abilene Christian, and what that facility means to the players and you.
Man, I feel like we're trying to do things right across the board. When we took over, ACU's kind of in a transition. This was our 7th year of Division I baseball. So if you look back, ACU's got a storied past now.
Yep.
A lot of 41 seasons, trips to the World Series, regional championships. There's a lot of tradition here. The community loves baseball, supports baseball. Texas, baseball's a big deal. Football's the same, So as we roll through it, taking over and at the kind of the back end of that transition, so things have kind of been set. And for us to come in last year and, I think certainly set a good foundation for where we need to be across the board, man. Off the field, on the field, culture, energy, player development, the whole thing. So we're trying to pour into these guys the best we can in those 3 phases, on the field, off the field, as a person, as a student, as a player. So, I feel like we're in a really good spot. I hate the year got, cut short. But just like everyone else, we're already excited for Mission 21. We're excited for 2021 and see what that looks like.
That's right. You always got to keep the eyes ahead and keep the players ready and motivated. You guys traveled pretty extensively in this shortened season right here. I saw you guys out at Santa Barbara. I came up and watched the game with my kids and had a great time on the field.
You brought us some luck. You brought us some luck.
That's right. You got a dub up there from UCSB, who I think finished in the top 20 in the country. It's a good program to test yourself with.
They're good.
I mean, that's what you got to do. You're going out there playing these tough schedules and see where your guys are at. And your guys were all, the beasts out there. Guys could really hit the ball.
Yeah, no, we like where we are, and that's what we're going to try to do. I know, listen to what Rob was saying there previously before me here, but we're going to try to play an elite schedule. For our guys, we're recruiting those guys, telling them that we're going to try to play as many Big 12 teams as we can midweek, because that's kind of where we are. We're embedded here in Big 12 country, so whether that's TCU or Texas Tech or Baylor, A&M's, they're in the SEC, but we had those guys this year as well. So I think it's that's what we all sign up to do, to kind of measure up where we are with some of the Division I elites, the teams that are going to Omaha year in, year out. So I think it's a good measuring stick for us, and we're certainly going to try to play those guys as much as we can. And at some point, we plan on beating them here very soon in the near future, hopefully.
Like you said, ACU has had a long past of dominating at that D2 level, and now in D1. What do you like? How do you build that culture? What are the traits in a player that you look for, and what are you trying to build there? How does it happen? It's a process.
Yeah, Absolutely. No, I've been fortunate enough to be around some really good coaches. You kind of went down my story throughout where I've been, but whether that was Campbell or Louisiana Tech, and then getting to work with Dan at DBU, I've been around some winners. Some guys that know what it looks like to develop a player, know what it looks like to develop a program and win. So, I feel like there's a grit factor. We all talk about that. There's a toughness factor that we really like in players. I like guys with a lot of energy, BK. So, like, we want guys to be able to bounce around. We like guys that have some admiration or some real want to go play at the next level. And I think that drives them on those October, November days when you're pretty far away from the season, but you're trying to really grind and get a little bit better as you go through it. So I think it carries us, through those times. But energy is a big one. Loyalty is a big one. Trust is a big one. We like guys that are workers and ball players. So I think if you try to, it's hard to put the nail right in the center. But we're trying to surround ourselves as a coaching staff with guys like that. They got a chip on the shoulder. That's the only way we're going to keep climbing and push this thing to the next level, is the guys that really want to do it and prove a lot of other folks wrong.
So that's a great segue into like the next thing I was going to talk to you about. So, while all the guys are at home right now, and high school kids, youth kids, travel ball players are all at home waiting for baseball to come back, and it's close. You mentioned you like the kind of dude who has that, self-starting mentality, who wants to work hard and stay ready. So, like, what are some things that these kids can do right now to stay ready for when they get back to baseball?
Yeah, everybody's limited, right? Some of our guys have a little better resources than others, throughout this whole, 60-day ordeal so far. What we try to push our guys, I think during this time, we kind of said, hey, man, take out the position. Just become the best athlete you can be. So, if you're a PO and you're a pitcher, like, yeah, let's keep training. Obviously, we got to do the absolutes there, but just think athlete, same way offensively, just think athlete. I think there's a lot of things you can do in your garage or at home, or if you're limited at a facility, where you can at least continue to increase some mobility, some athleticism, some stability, some power, all those things that are eventually going to help you play more consistently on the field. So, we've encouraged our guys. We try to get creative with what that looks like. And, I'm confident that they're working while at home, work while you wait, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, you have little kids at home too. And we talk about it. Like, are you
Yeah.
working with the little guys at home? Are they playing catch with you?
Oh yeah. I've got a daughter. I've got two daughters and a son. The two girls are not baseball players. The son thinks he's going to be the next Mike Trout.
So
So,
they can shag. The girls can shag.
no, I wouldn't trust them out there. No, now they can go help pick up once we're finished hitting, but stay away from any live ball that's in the air, because it's probably not going to end well. But no, it's been good to get it home. My wife's a rock star, man. She's a teacher here in town, and so she's crushed the at home school part of it.
Yeah.
And I'm very blessed to have her. Kind of, we joked early in the year like I'm principal and she's teacher, but I think she's all the above. When we roll through that, but very happy for her, and it's been good. The family balance certainly got back into what you would like it to be as a coach. Obviously, throughout the year, man, it gets way out of balance this time of year when it's a lot of work and not a whole lot of family. So, I'm looking at the silver lining in that regard. Some more time to spend with my son and stuff.
It's the first time you've ever really probably been to, home,
Yeah.
March, April, May, even into June. So
Yeah.
it is a different time where kids too can even try some different things in a season where they've typically been on the field. All right, so I want to talk about the facility before we finish this thing, because you guys have – everyone out there should jump online and take a look at the facilities you got. The, Gilbreth Scott team room, the Bono hitting facility, and the crutch. Tell us about the facility, because it's as good as I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was one of the big attractors for me as you take over a job, right? The ability to sell. ACU, man, it's an awesome institution, led from Dr. Schubert down. They all appreciate athletics. I think, between Dr. Schubert and our AD, Alan Ward, I think, both those guys have a really good vision for what they want this to look like. I think our mission as a coaching staff matches the university's mission from the faith-based side of things as well. So as I was interviewing here, the more I got to connect with people and the more you get to see things, it felt very comfortable and felt very good. And then you get to come check out from a development standpoint, which we're big on here, the indoor that our guys have 24-hour access to, that's 3 cages and a really nice turf area to get whatever you need to get in, whatever that looks like for you. Our locker room, team room was renovated last year. So great support from the administration and some donors here that want this thing to be elite, and that's what we're here for. And then we've got a turf field that seats 4,000, a stadium that seats 4,000. It's turf, and not that we get a ton of rain in West Texas. It's 102 here right now, so it's a little warm today. But there's not a day you can't really get on the field, out here. So when you think of player development, the turf piece is huge. People don't take that consideration. I think a lot of times I think, oh, that's less field work, which is true. More time to help your guys get better and recruit. But at the same point in time, our guys can come out, get the machine going, and take as many ground balls as they want to get a little bit better, whether that's offensively or defensively. So we're very proud of what we have here. And, I think it'd be a great place to land for anyone, that's looking to develop, I think.
I would say that. And, I always remember watching that Friday Night Lights movie about, football. But West Texas, like those smaller towns, Abilene Christian on a Friday night, you got a 4,000-seat stadium. You, as a player, you're packing that place. People are coming and watching games. Like that's what they do there. Be a fun place to play.
Yep. No, we're excited about the future here, and I think we're in a really good spot. And looking forward to this will be our 3rd year coming up with our coaching staff. So we know where we want to be, and we're working each day to try to get there. And we're excited about how we're doing it.
Very cool. One day at a time. Well, hey, man, we love having you on Team Easton. Love watching your boys swing our bats, use our gloves. Last comment for anybody?
Yeah, no, I just appreciate the partnership because it's been a lot. Like as we took over the service and everything you guys have provided, it's been second to none. And like you mentioned, this is going to be my 20th year in college baseball. So I've seen it done a lot of different ways in a lot of different regions, and the service you guys have provided, we're very, very appreciative of. And, we're looking forward to hopefully making you guys look good on the field as our program grows as well. So thanks for all you've done for us.
We're proud to be with you. We stand with you, man. Hey, thanks for being on. Keep your team ready. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you on the field soon, man.
Sounds good, BK.